Hey, I'm Kev Kim. Welcome back to WRC 10 and 50th anniversary mode. As last time out, we began our adventure through the October update anniversary mode event. So we began with Rally de Portugal in 1980 with the Fiat 131 a Bath, and then last time out we were with the Ford Escort 1800 Mark II in the hands of Ive Atten round his home rally of the 1000 Lakes. But now we jump all the way from the 80s, the early 80s, even pre-Group B, to the modern day, and the start of the new era in 2017, or the old era, I guess, now, where the cars had their horsepower increased to 380. We had, as you can see, aerodynamics now on the cars. You had more prominent wings and appendages on the cars now, and we had a very competitive season. We had Sebastien Ogier switch to M Sport Ford after Volkswagen had dominated the previous few years, withdrawn from the World Rally Championship. Ogier was leading the way with Ott Tanak as his teammate and Elvin Evans in a D-Max shod Ford as well. And then Hyundai, we had Terje Neuvel leading the way, the guy who'd been running up and there or thereabouts for a number of years in WRC, where he was leading the charge for the Korean manufacturer. And alongside him were the likes of Hayden Paddon and Danny Sauter as well to back him up. And then the other main contender was Jari-Matti Latvia, with the return of Toyota after almost 20 years away. He was leading a charge in a Finnish-based outfit, though, with Tommi Mäkinen, the four-time World Rally Championship, running the show. But Latvia was leading the way ahead of Juha Anninen, who was very successful at junior levels, but never at WRC level. Getting his big break was the Finn. And we also had Esa-Pekka Lappi come on later in the season. Exciting young Finnish driver at the time. And then there was Citroen, the odd ball of the group, because they struggled. Their car was, we knew they were struggling. They had taken kind of the previous year out to develop the car, but it just never really worked in this era. And with Chris Meek leading the way, you knew it was either going to be hit or miss. But alongside him, we had the likes of Craig Breen on a part-time schedule, Stefan Lefebvre, remember him, on a part-time schedule as well, and Andreas Mikkelsen eventually coming in to the team as well. So we had four main protagonists there with, you know, four strong lead drivers. But of course, the strongest of them all was the reigning champ, as the Circle WRC champions heads to Rally de Portugal. Ogier was spotted in the Rally Jules FFSA driver discovery and training program in 2005. The program proved its worth because he became junior world champion in 2008. At the Rally Portugal in the middle of the 2017 season, had already won 4 WRC drivers' titles. Driving his fourth Fiesta WRC, Ogier was determined to continue his meteoric rise. And this is a guy who won the season open in Monte Carlo, was incredibly consistent after that, but we've seen the likes of Nerva, of Latvia, of Meek win in the meantime. So approaching halfway mark of the season, you know, he wanted to get another win under his belt. And welcome to Portugal. Just under 10 kilometers the stage. In was a really good looking Ford. I know I kind of like the, you know, white and blue Fords, but with, you know, the prominent Red Bull sponsorship, like a bit more colour on the car. It was really good, doesn't it? Remember about the, you know, grey, it was a bit dull at the front. But here we go. Beating 6:38.582. Let's try and grab this rally by the horns, as Ogier did in real life.
4, 3, 2, 1. We're off. 30, left 5, short, small cut, 100. Caution, big jump, keep middle. Into left 5 and right 6, very long. Careful of the impact. Wow!
Nailed it.
And left 4 into caution, right 3. And left 4 short into right 4, 30. Left 4, small cut into right 3, keep in, 100.
Oh, I hate that dash.
Left 3 opens into left 3, bail out, 100. Hold on.
Oh, what was that?
Oh!
We're fine.
Right 2 and left 5, brake, 100.
Well, it's a bit strange driving this car after driving those 80s cars, I'll tell you that.
Into right 3, narrows, and right 4 short, brake, into hairpin left, cut over tarmac.
Boy, what's the rear doing?
Right 2, long, over gravel. Into caution, left 3, tightens, into left 3, opens, narrows. Right 2. And left 1, 30. Right 3, don't cut, 30. Right 3.
Oh, hello, Rick.
Keep in, and left 3, 100. Tree in, right 4 short, into left 5, over tarmac.
Oh, well. The rear's
Caution,
crazy.
left 2, tightens, into square
I
left.
think I've really damaged it.
Into right 1. Hold on.
I just am hitting the barriers.
And square left, opens, into right 4 long, over gravel.
Hi, everyone. Just riding your town square. Don't mind me.
And left 3, into left 4. And right 5, tightens, into left 6.
Oh, my God.
And caution, hard
But I'm
brakes,
back then
right over bridge, into right 1
understeer.
short.
But then oversteer of how loose the rear is.
And left 5, into
Bit of a
right
combo.
6. Into left 4, tightens, 50, over crest. Left 4, tightens, into right 3. Into left 3, into right 4, don't cut, 120.
Well, every time I try and push the car, it's like, I just want to understeer. Like, no. You just showed me you're oversteering. What are you doing to me?
3 short, into right 4 short, 80. Caution, right 1, into left 5, narrows, 80. Right 5 long, and left 4. Into right 5 medium, into left 4 tightens. Into right 4, into left 3, tightens 1, short, 200. Seems a bit optimistic. Right 6, 100, bumpy.
Normal line. What are you talking about?
Left 6, tightens 5, 80. Right 5, medium, and left 6, bumpy, 100. Right 4, 80. Left 4, rock in, hard brake, into a Q-tap right, cut. Get us off here, quick, please. Left 4, rock in, hard
Well, maybe if you
brake,
told me
into
that was a
Q-tap
free,
right,
that would have been good. Like,
Left 5 and left 5, medium.
oh my God, what the hell? On the rear to turn. I don't want to just go in a straight line.
Into left 6, over crest, into right 5. And left 5, medium, tightens, into bumps. Into right 4 and crest, keep middle, 30. Right 4, small cut, 150. Right 4, keep in, over crest, 50. Left 5, tightens, narrows, 80. Right 5, hard brake, into square left, don't cut. And right 4 short, into left 1 and flat right, 50. Left 5 into right 4, 80. Left 2 short, into right 3. Into left 3, tightens, into right 3, don't cut. Into left 4 short, 80. Left 5, narrows, into right 4, keep in. And left 3, into right 5, keep in. And left 4 short, and right 5 over crest, keep middle. Into right 4, into left 4 short. Into right 3 short, cut, 80. Right 4, small cut, and left 3, keep in, don't cut, 80. Wow!
I know, it's a
3,
brick.
small cut, narrow, and left 4
Rock wall
short.
out there.
Ow!
That's just a
Into
barrier,
caution,
come on.
Right 4 short, hard brake for right 1, 30. Right 4 short into left 5, narrows. And hard brake, acute hairpin left over tarmac, 70. And finish.
Oh, I don't know if that's the time. Oh, we did it! Just, I was like, oh my god, that was a bit all over the place, wasn't it? We didn't quite grab the ball by the horns like OJ did. We grabbed the ball and then just rode off into the freaking cliff, rode off the freaking cliff, didn't we, in the middle of that stage? But hey, we survived as we beat Nerval, Sordo, Tanak, Breen, and Evans. In 2017, Sebastien became World Rally Champion for the 5th consecutive time. He therefore surpassed the records of Tommy Mäkinen and Johan Kankkunen for closing on Sebastian Loeb's achievements. As Ford did not officially register in this season, the manufacturer's title went to OJ's private team, M Sport World Rally Team. It's a bit weird, the Ford situation in the WRC. As I said, Ford have officially not actually been a manufacturer in the WRC for a long time, but that's what M Sport do. They run the Ford effort on their behalf. And as I said, the funding hasn't really been there in recent years, apart from 2017 and 18 when I said Ford Europe kind of stepped up, helped on the seat for OJ to be there and be very successful for them winners. So winning 2 titles, not just in the Drivers' Championship, but also for the manufacturers as well. So officially he's like the second privateer to win it, but Ari Vasson and David Rich are still probably legitimately the only privateer team to win the championship back in 81. But yeah, what a story for OJ though. 5 consecutive crowns. Of course, he's won 3 more since then as well. With only Tanak, the only non-Sebastian to win a title since Petter Sobel won in 2003. Unbelievable. Well, we know that he's going to end though next year in 2022 with OJ going to part-time and with his co-driver Julian Gressier also retiring as well after the Monza Rally. So an end of an era for the WRC as we celebrate the beginning of it a few years ago. And we're going to be celebrating lots more eras as well. So we've got 5 more 50th anniversary mode events to tackle from the November update. But I hope you enjoyed the October update events. I actually quite enjoyed them. You know, I enjoyed the Theatre Bath. That was, you know, a bit punchier, from what I remember. Around Portugal. Flying around Finland as Ari Vatanen, who doesn't love trying to be like Ari Vatanen. They're definitely one of my favourite drivers of all time. I kind of unfairly put him more like Colin McRae in his early years. He was majestic most of the time. Occasionally he had his moments where he was pushing it too hard and that maybe cost him a title or 2 in the WRC. I particularly think of 85, when in this Peugeot, he was the runaway favourite. Had a massive accident in, I think it was Argentina, which ruled him out for the rest of the year. And ruled out the WRC for, I think, another year, if I remember right. So, yeah, Vatanen, definitely one of my favourite drivers of all time. Definitely look up a video, I'll link it if I can remember, of him driving around the Isle of Man. And he is like sideways as a gate is like 10 meters up the road and he just pulls it in time. Incredibly like majestic. But so is OJ in his own way. Very different driver, very much continuing the vein of Loeb, which you have to be nowadays. We're going to miss him next year, I think, waiting for the crown. As much as I'm looking forward to Breen, particularly with Ford, looking forward to how he'd do, looking forward to Nerval maybe finally breaking that duck and grabbing a title next year. It's going to be his best opportunity, I think, since, you know, these years in 2017 and 18. Grabbed the crown, and 19 as well. And looking at Tanak maybe fighting back after a pretty poor year for his standards this year. And then, of course, Robin Pera. How is he going to do it, Toyota? Being one of the main guys there now Is he going to be backing up Evans, or is he going to go for the crown himself? Like, it's going to be incredible. And mentioned in 2017 as well, Robin Pera came on the scene at the end of the year. On WRC2 in Australia, because he was the only participant in that class. But he did grab a point. So he became the youngest ever point scorer in the WRC in Australia in 2017. Of course, he was the youngest WRC winner in 2021. Who knows, maybe the youngest ever champion in 2022. Could be too soon, but you never know. He did improve majorly this year. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed some more WRC 10. I'll be back next time, some more 50th anniversary mode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.